David Blaine or Chris Angel? Performance. They're both performers. What do you want to know about him? Who performs better or who has better tricks?
I'll answer that question
to tell you the truth. Yeah.
I'll answer that question the way I always answer that question when people say that. First, I answered like kind of full parts, but first, both of them are completely different styles. Okay, you got to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Second, they do stuff completely different ways, and I'm not talking about style, but the way that they present themselves is completely different. David Blaine's a bit more, what's a good way to describe it? He's sort of like the
mysterious.
He's mysterious, sort of the common guy, where Chris Angel is more of like the urban, sort of like the popular, and the kind of like the creepy, a bit sort of image.
Yeah.
Keep another thing in mind. David Blaine doesn't have a TV show, so there's not a lot to compare to just by his like movies that he's done, like his little day series or whatever. So think trick wise, David Blaine does I wouldn't say old-fashioned tricks, but I would say tricks that are sort of common ground for magicians, but he presents them so flawlessly that they're awesome. So he's giving the spectator a great performance. Chris Angel is doing something that no one's really done before, alright? So the performance, I think, wise, they both let the spectator just freak out, okay? But the one thing that I like with Chris Angel over David Blaine is that while David Blaine sort of does the old stuff, it seems like Chris Angel sort of innovates and does new things rather than doing older things. Chris Angel does sort of new things that he creates, and that's aside from whether you want to argue if it's camera tricks or if it's real, that kind of thing. But performance-wise, what you're getting out of the performance on TV, what you're seeing, I think that he's innovative, and I think that he's smart, and that he's entertaining for sure in his performances. So it's a hard decision.
Yeah, I can argue David Blaine, because one thing I like about David Blaine is that, yeah, he does some old stuff, but if you've seen his specials, he goes to different parts of the world, and just like I said, tonight was coins, he does coins, and like he brings sponge balls, and he does those types of tricks that some people are familiar with, small objects, and he does magic for people that can't even understand his language, and he uses body language, and that's what I think is amazing about him. He uses body language, and he knows how to connect people all throughout the world with just magic, and like he connects with them, like he really connects with them.
He almost really uses it as like
body
a language.
And
actually
they don't understand what he's saying or whatever, but he does it really well. He connects people all around the world with magic, and it's insane.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever read, I have both of Chris Angel's book and David Blaine's book. If you ever read both of them, they went from the bottom, literally. They went from nothing to, I mean, making a job, making a living out of what they love to do. Chris Angel, he, as he ended high school, he failed high school, he got bad grades, he didn't do well, but he took what he loved. He said, give me a year. He told his parents, give me a year and I'll make a business out of this. And so he started the TV shows, he started this, and he really made a business out of coming from nothing. David Blaine also, I mean, he lost his mother. He and also Chris Angel lost his dad. But he had nothing, and he started doing street magic. Okay, people sponsored him. He started going to shows. He started working at bars. He started doing all this stuff, and he got all this crazy reviews. And I mean, I give them both props for going from the bottom. One over the other, I would take Magic Boy's side on that one, and I'd just say David Blaine because of the way of who he's presenting to. He's presenting to the world, people who, like he said, doesn't speak his language. He does it for free. He just goes out there with a deck card and amazes people. And although maybe Criss Angel stuff is innovative, I mean, he does this stuff for free. He just goes up to people and entertains them, little kids, people. Like Nathan said, all over the world, he's entertaining people. So I really give him props on that one.
Dylan, you said this and that or mind merge. I would have to say this and that, because mind merge, yeah, like, it's a good trick, but it's like you're ripping cards, and it's like whatever. It's just, I don't care that you can rip cards. Like, it's a cool effect, but I'd say this and that because it's way more impromptu. I think it's like it's really good. It's like, this card, I have that card, and it plays with their mind, the words. If you can present it well, it's like, I have this card, and that card. Where's that card? No, that's this card. It's really cool. Like, they're like, what? Yeah, oh, that's so funny, haha. And then the end, it's like, no, really, I have this card, that card, but what about the other? I don't even remember, but I would definitely go with this and that, because over mind merge, I really like this and that. It's not only good wordplay, but I think it's a good effect. So yeah, definitely.
All right, Ace of Spades, 24. Blaine over Copperfield. Who's gonna win that one? Blaine versus Copperfield. I meant. That is an uncomparable question, in my opinion. I hope Magic Boy would agree with me. Blaine is completely street. Copperfield is completely staged. They're totally and absolutely. There's no way to compare them. If you're comparing by, although I think that they both sort of, they both amaze people. People both know who they are. I think that people know David Blaine just as much as people know who David Copperfield is. So they're just uncomparable. There's no really way to compare them because they're such different types of genres. Best deck of cards to get, depending on what you're looking for. Are you looking for something that's going to last you? Quality, spreading, fanning, XCM? What are you looking for in a deck?
Or yeah,
right,
do you want a
lasting
deck that looks cool, or
he wants a deck that wants to last? I've got, this is, in my opinion, the best lasting deck. I talked about it last night show. They're called it's a stud deck. You can get these at Walgreens or many stores. This is going to last. These last me so long. I mean, I've dropped them in the ground, drop them in dirt, bend them. They still fan perfectly, and trust me, these are just really, really nice cards. They're really going to last you, and I haven't seen this quality in any other cards. And I've, trust me, bought a lot of cards. I've got an entire drawer under me of a bunch of just, Tally-Ho Masters, and I think that this beats them all for sure. These are very cheap. I think they're $2 a pack at like a Walgreens. They're right next to the bicycle for me. Ian, what do you think of the blue circle backs you made a review on a while ago? These ones?
The Tally-Hos?
Look like this? Yes. You're going to get a really nice finish. They're going to last you for a long time. But here's the deal. You sort of need to take care of them to make them last a long time. So you don't really want to be dropping them a lot. So, Tally-Ho, you're going to get a very nice quality, though. Very highly recommended by me is the Tally-Ho decks. I mean, you're going to get a very nice quality out of them, and they're going to produce beautiful flourishes and all sorts of stuff, so very highly recommended.
I have one thing to say about Tally-Hos, and even if you get Tally-Hos regulars or Tally-Ho Vipers, you know there's fan backs and regular backs, the circle backs. I would personally recommend the circle backs because, once again, the fan backs have a lot going on. They look cool, but there's a lot of detail on them, and it looks like a lot is going on. And some people might get distracted by them, or they might not realize what the backs look like. The circle backs look like regular playing cards. They're a simple design that goes in a circle. The fan backs are a little more complex, so people might not get along with those as well if you're doing a trick for them. No difference in quality, I don't think, at all. So I would go, if you got tally hos, for circle backs, just as Ian reviewed.